Ran out of time in the last video by accident. So he took the other fragment then.
How is it? Do you feel okay?
He passed. I hate that when I run out of time recording. It cut off the ending.
Grandfather.
For a second, anyway. So this boy has the same power as Cyno. And I noticed it when I was watching them fight, that it looked like it was yin and yang. Like his was white and Cyno's is more like a black-purple. So if he took that power from him, does that mean he no longer has that ability? Because he's not a playable character in the game yet, so... It looks like they did change him. It looks like he's not a bow type anymore. He's also a polearm now, which I'm kind of glad that they did, if they did really do that. Because he was teased, and I was always curious about finding him. He's like the leader. He's literally one of the newest characters, but it's kind of funny that he's not playable yet, so I'm not sure what's up with that. You, Sethos, and the other members of the temple bid farewell to Baman. In the great hall, people gather around the coffin to pay their respects. That was so solemn.
Hey, Sethos. You'll get through this.
I know. I'll miss him.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
I guess you were prepared for this. It's been a long time coming, huh?
Yeah, he's been on death's door for a very long time now. I think it was only through sheer willpower that he managed to hold on to this point. At least, he was able to see this chapter come to a close before he passed.
What's next for you?
Per my grandfather's last wishes, the Temple of Silence should submit to whoever possesses the largest number of Hermanubis fragments. That entitles you to be our new leader, Cyno.
But that's never going to work, as I'm sure you realize. I'm the General Mahamatra. I am needed back at the Academia. I did foresee this possibility, and I gave it some thought. The fact is, I know next to nothing about the staff, records, and environment here. As such, I am ill-suited to be your leader, Sethos. I believe the honor should go to you. Were it not for this duel, or indeed if you had other intentions, the Ba fragments would most likely be in your hands by now. I'm sure Bamun never meant for anyone but you to be his successor.
You really think so?
I do.
Still, I didn't think Bamun looked very surprised by the final result. Perhaps he had an inkling that this would be the way things ended.
Well, in any case, since the Ba fragments are with me now, I guess I can call the shots. Sethos, I would like you to succeed Bamun as the new leader of the Temple of Silence. You are more suited to the role than I, and I have complete faith that you will be an excellent leader. Just think of it as doing me a favor.
But doesn't that render everything that we've been through up to now meaningless?
No, it doesn't. This experience has allowed us to become friends, which means that the Academia and the Temple of Silence will become partners once more. That's a much bigger deal than you might think, Sethos. You said yourself, times have changed. You have to believe that things can change for the better here at the temple too.
I will try. To be honest, I couldn't have asked for a better outcome.
Actually, part of me wonders whether Bamun's intentions from the very beginning was just to create enough pressure to force us towards a duel. That way, no matter who won, one of us would have to surrender our Ba fragment, and the power of Hermanubis would be concentrated in one single person. Had you won, the Temple of Silence would have doubled its strength, and were I to win, he correctly anticipated that I wouldn't suddenly drop everything to become the leader of the temple. much less integrate the temple into the academia by force. He knew that the temple's future would depend not just on the guidance of Hermanubis, but the support of the academia too. So he made it his responsibility to ensure his successor would be free from the burdens of the past. His plan meant that whoever ended up succeeding him, they would have an easier time interacting with the academia. With one single letter, he lured out the professor. No matter what happened after that, it would result in a net benefit to the temple.
And here I thought the General Mahamatra wouldn't care for all these trivial details. You're absolutely right. Grandfather and I considered this from every angle. We had to find a way to mend our relationship with the academia. In that sense, the right of duels was just a means to an end. Thank you for everything, Cyno. As a gesture of our gratitude, to those that you and Lesser Lord Kusanali deem worthy, I will grant the honor of access to the Temple of Silence for their pursuit of knowledge. The Temple of Silence has a wealth of information on King Deshret's civilization, more than any other organization in existence today. In times when you need information that only we can provide, we will be here to support you. But you must be exceedingly careful with your selection of candidates, lest you lead humanity to repeat the same mistakes.
Meaning you can't just lead everybody from the academia in here to start reading through shit because it could start stuff. I was just thinking that same thing in my mind. I pictured like a bunch of guys from academia walking around in their damn green hats and their suit and their long outfits, and him just sitting on the throne tapping his finger with a hand on his head like, what are they all doing here?
By the way, Tainari, my grandfather was so happy to see you. You are a descendant of the Veluka Shuna, and we are the heirs to the will of Hermanubis. The story goes that King Deshret chose the sage Hermanubis from among the Tainarians and appointed him as his familiar. He went on to fight many valiant battles with his Tainarian companions. They always stood by each other, from the founding of the Temple of Silence to the fall of Tuletula. The Tainarians who left Tuletula joined their human counterparts in the rainforest. A few centuries later, when some of the group returned to the desert, many of the Tainarians chose to stay and put down roots in the rainforest. In all likelihood, those were your ancestors.
How fascinating. My father once mentioned that I was named after the Tainarians, but I never knew that my forebears had such a history with the Temple of Silence.
I like this story.
Oh my god! Please, what are you doing?
By the way,
way.
has anyone seen Cyrus?
Yes, Cyrus. You'll probably find him in my grandfather's room. He wouldn't show it in front of me, but I think he still has many fond memories of my grandfather.
If it's true that you and your grandfather really planned for everything to turn out this way, then I guess he didn't really resent Cyrus as much as he appeared to.
Who knows? Perhaps all of us. You, me, and Cyrus. We're all just pawns in my grandfather's plan to set things straight. He was awful like that.
Someone's got to make the decisions when history is at a crossroads. I will make a detailed report on all of this to Lesser Lord Kusanali, and arrange for an official delegation from the academia to come and meet you in the desert. I'm sure you'll have lots to attend to in the days ahead. But once things return to normal, please come and visit the rainforest again. You should stay for a few days this time, and start to build some relationships. If we're going to work together, both sides have to get to know one another better.
I will. All right. Well, bye for now, everyone. I'll be seeing you.
See you soon. Come hang out with us anytime.
Best of luck to you, Sethos. Disappears in the darkness. Disappeared. Yeah, so, he's not... I wonder why they did it like this. Usually when it comes to new characters that this game adds, they're usually available right away. But I don't think they want to make him playable right away because they feel like they want to drag it on.
Grandfather, we did it. We achieved what we set out to do. From this day on, the Temple of Silence has the chance to work with the academia once more. Real change. Real opportunities. They are now within our grasp.
I'm curious though, because he took his power from him, so when he does become playable, is he gonna play like the way Cyno does? Because that would defeat this whole purpose, right? Because they don't want to have two characters that are the same, do they? Hold on, let me... They didn't hide any chests at all throughout this whole thing. Interesting why they didn't. Okay, so we gotta teleport back. Go see. Are we really gonna go talk to Nahida? Alright, let's go ahead and teleport over here. I thought there was a point. I think I'm thinking of something else. I actually took a break. I've been gone for half an hour, so that means this video is probably gonna be really short. My bladder disease acts up, and usually I'm gone for a long time, so I have to try to calm it down, and I usually am gone for half an hour. It's kind of another reason why I stopped live streaming, because I'm not well enough to do it anymore. It's fun to do, but I can't do it all the time, because there's times where I have to leave, and I stay gone for long periods of time. And when you're live streaming, you can't do that. I mean, it's your stream. When it comes to people doing streams, like, you should be able to do whatever you want, but when you're having people actually watching you, it's like you're wasting other people's time because you're not actually there. You know what I mean? You're like gone doing something else. What is that? Okay, it's just the railings. These? I thought maybe it was like a hidden chest or something.
Squall Fury!
Just drop him suddenly.
What were you thinking, gallivanting off into the desert alone at your age? What if you take the bucket, You told not a soul what you were up to, designated nobody to handle your affairs, and left everyone scrambling frantically to try and figure out how on earth to clean up the colossal mess you've made.
This guy in his glasses.
Oh, please, will you stop your yelling? What other choice did I have?
What do you mean, what other choice? Do you mean to tell me that after all your years of learning, and sagehood no less, the only idea you could conjure up in that white-haired walnut of yours was to shoot off into the unknown like some hot-headed 20-year-old adventurer? A one-man suicide mission, That's the best idea that one of the finest minds of a generation could come up with, is it? It astounds me that you survived the journey, and you're lucky that Ba-Moon didn't finish you off when you arrived.
All right. Honestly, the way you're going off on me, it's like you wish you'd been there to lend him a hand. Does it mean nothing to you that I'm your colleague and former classmate?
I've got nothing more to say. What's the point of berating an old bag of bones?
What do you mean, bag of bones? I'm a flesh and blood hero who, despite his old age, saved our General Mahamatra from being stripped of his powers. Okay, look. Fine, I admitted I was in the wrong. How can I make it up to you? What about, a month's work at the Academia?
1 month? Try 3.
Hinari's master is really laying into Cyrus. Let's give them a wide berth.
Yeah, we're too young to get involved.
Professor brought this on himself. Don't pay any attention to him.
Wow, I haven't seen Master get this riled up in a long time. The last time he chewed someone out like this must have been back when I was still a student.
I think I'll go around and update everyone. Tell them the situation's resolved. Want to come with me?
Yeah.
We can go for dinner afterwards. My treat. You in?
You're always so nice to me.
Makes sense. I'm in.
Always happy to help.
Hyman's coming too! Let's go!
It kind of seems best up to say we're free foods. I'm gonna, like, what the fuck? See, I actually trust Cyno a lot. I know what I was saying in my last couple videos, how I feel questionable towards certain males in my life, but I don't think he's that type. I kind of see him as like a brother figure. An older brother figure. Somebody who would look out for me and protect me.
You're back!
Well, look who we have here. Would you mind explaining to me what has been going on these past few days? I heard you all ran off into the desert and got embroiled in a major catastrophe.
Madam Farazan.
All taken care of.
That does not answer my question. How could you be so careless? That goes for you as well. Yes, and you too. When you run into problems, you really ought to ask for help, you know. I've been around the block. Don't you think it would have made sense to involve me? And let's not forget, I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Oh yeah, you were also the girl who got stuck in a pyramid for 300 years or some shit like that.
Now would not be a good time to attempt to argue with Farazan.
You're right.
It's not the first time that I've had to talk to you about this sort of thing either. You need to learn that there are times when the right thing to do is get a more experienced member of staff involved. Do I make myself clear? Because if you don't,
Kale, please do something.
He's giving me the signal. All right, guess it's time to play my ace in the hole. Say, Madam Farazan, I can see you're pretty upset, but I was just wondering. Remember that time you offered to give me a tour of the academia? Does that offer still stand?
Huh? Wait, did I hear that right? Kale, you remember? Wonderful. Well, of course the offer still stands. Come on. Madam Farazan will show you around the old classrooms.
Oh.
Poor Kale getting dragged off like that. Also, check out Farazan acting like some sort of official academia tour guide.
Kale! Cup.
Huh? What? Oh, right!
What do you mean, cup? You need a cup. I can get you a cup.
Oh, it's nothing. Just Master's way of reminding me to stay hydrated while I'm out and about.
Is it though?
It's code for let's reconvene at the cafe. Tainari and I used it while we were in school, and it's become something of a family tradition now.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm. 2 people left. Let's bring them along too.
You mean Kaveh and Alhaitham? Follow Cyno. Yeah, okay. More like follow the damn emptiness that is my soul. They're still arguing.
You'd better start packing your things. Report for work first thing tomorrow morning. I'll be waiting for you.
What about my allowance? Oh, and is lunch covered? How about dinner?
Don't push your luck. Let's not forget who is compensating whom here.
Hey, man's gotta eat. Help me figure out something for lunch at least. I'm counting on you.
Man, Tainari's master looks like a freak. Oh, I think we are going to look for Kaveh and Alhaitham. Last time we saw them, we left them in the library. So that's probably where they are. Yeah, like I was saying, I do have issues when I'm around men because of what I've been through growing up in my life. And around people who I thought were friends, they would use my kindness and the way I felt towards them as a way to exploit me. In adult ways, I'm gonna just say that. So, when I get near men, they make me uneasy. There's only a few that I feel comfortable with. Hello, Kazuha. But Cyno, though, he kind of has like that older brother energy. Like, I trust him. He's not that type. He would never do that.
Am I hallucinating? Or do I see Kaveh and Alhaitham engaged in diligent studying?
We're just reorganizing all the books we used. Look, there's a whole mountain of them.
There's no rush. Nobody reads these books anyway.
My sincere thanks to you both.
Yes, with your help. We resolved the issue rather swiftly and painlessly. And the outcome was better than we could have hoped for.
I know, tells her everything that happened in the desert.
I see.
The Temple of Silence resorted to rather unique means of self-preservation. It explains how they managed to remain hidden for so many years.
I really hope Sethos does become playable. I really do like that design. I'm drawn to characters whose designs are so unique that there's not another character in the game who looks like them. And he's supposed to be like the polar opposite of Cyno. If you noticed in that one video, the last video, I'm probably going to upload it separate by itself. But when they were fighting each other, like, Sethos's was white and Cyno's is black, and it kind of looked like a yin-yang, like they're the whole claw power of the Anubis. But supposedly Cyno has both now, so I kind of feel like if he does become playable, he ain't gonna have that anymore. Because they kept teasing Sethos as being a bow character as well, and in that video he was clearly, well, in that cutscene he's clearly a polearm, which I really hope stays. A character like that does not belong to be as a bow type. That just kills it.
And it sounds like they managed to preserve a whole load of ancient documents as well. I'd love to go check those out if I ever had the chance.
That day will come. The Temple of Silence is a hugely important organization, and we'll be sure to maintain good relations with them in the future.
He even said so himself. He's like, yeah, you can come check out everything you need. We have all the records, but don't just let anyone in here. And I think Cyno, because it's hidden, he knows where it is and everybody else doesn't. Well, me and Tighnari do, because we went with him. But Sethos was the one who opened the way for us. It's like a hidden ruin in the desert, so even if they were to go, they wouldn't find it. But my point is, he can't have a whole bunch of people just running around in there looking at everything, because that could cause problems. Which is why he's like, that day will come, you're not going there. It's more like they're going to get the documents from that place and bring them here, which would make more sense so that people from here aren't going there.
Now, as a token of my appreciation, I'd like to treat everyone to coffee.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds great. Although after the last few days, I don't know if I can handle another coffee. But I can just order something else.
Sure. Let's go.
I like how he remembered them. He's like, yeah, actually, there's 2 more people who left that we need. Let's go get them. I like how he gets up that faster. Like, I did a comparison in the last video where I went up here like this, and I went like that, and he got up there much faster, and then when I tried doing it as Skara, like playing the exact same way, it's like it takes him longer, see what I mean? I have to like double jump 2 to 3 times to get him over that ledge, and they're supposed to be about the same height, so I don't understand why Kazuha can get up that all easy, but Skara cannot. Like, you see him, he jumps and kind of like seeps down into the edge, and you have to jump like 2 or more times to get him actually up and over it, as where Kazuha doesn't. And I was noticing that, and I was like, why is that the way that is? Like, aren't they the same height? I'm pretty sure they're the same height, right? Like, if I have him stand next to this guy's axe, Kazuha kind of comes up to the middle of it. Yeah, they are the same height. Like, if you try to get rid of where his hat would be, look at the top of his head, they're the same fucking height. Like, it looks like Kazuha is actually shorter by half an inch, slightly. Oh, look at the door. Like, hold on. Like, yeah. They're the same height, bro. Doesn't make any sense.
Time to go.
In the water. Woo.
Follow the wind.
Hey, there's a cat. Why is there just a cat right here? What the? I mean, it could be because of what the name of the cafe is, but... Oh. I never noticed that cat was there, is my point. Been here many times and I've never noticed that.
And then the traveler just pounced on their Then there was Tainari. He put up an amazing fight too. We ended up winning all 3 bouts. Whoa. Part of me wishes I'd been there to see it, but I'd have been biting my nails off worrying about you guys.
A truly edifying account of the events. Bereft of detail, but it has livened up the room all the same.
Hey, Paimon included all the juicy details. The Traveler just pounced, and then waved her sword like this, then spun around and blocked.
Despite winning 3 bouts in a row, you still ceded the position of leader to him. That's very dignified of you, Cyno.
Of course. Being dignified comes with being a true champion.
I got to be a champion too for once. I've not sparred much with desert folk before. It was a pretty unique experience.
The venue was pretty impressive too. A very ceremonial affair.
Yeah! Huge place! It felt like something right out of an epic poem! Imagine this. It was like there was...
Maybe save that one for later, Paimon. Dessert's here.
Everyone enjoys each other's company. Jarmachi's extraordinary separates. The temple of silence gradually fades away.
I think that'll do me for today.
Okay.
Shall we stop off at the House of Dana again before heading home? We should probably finish putting all those books back.
My thoughts exactly. See you around.
Bye.
I should get going as well. See you all later. Make sure you get some good rest tonight.
I never sleep well with thanks for the gesture.
I need to go say thanks to the Core 30 for their help. Also, Sir Nephis says he wanted to introduce me to some of the Academia's work processes. So, I gotta dash too.
Kali's come a long way. She's much more confident at dealing with other people these days.
Everyone's a work in progress. You never stop learning.
Yeah, true.
That line killed me. I like how it just cuts it off. That was good. Feels like everything's finally wrapped up now.
Life is all about these moments when you can finally relax and hang out with good friends after a job well done. And also, those desserts Cyno got, they were really good. Paimon definitely needs more of those in the future.
Then let's come back again sometime.
Do you 3 have anything planned for the rest of the day?
No?
If not, would you come somewhere with me?
Sure, but where are we going?
That's a secret for now. Wouldn't want to spoil the surprise.
Okay. I think I can guess what you're talking about. It'll definitely be a nice surprise.
Why are you saying it like that?
Well, Paimon's curious. Come on, let's go.
Oh my god. Go to the place Cyno mentioned. Be a fucking... what? Oh. Wait, like the edge of the tree up there, or what? Gimme. Turning in the fucking Britney Spears song. Oh no. We are not doing that. We are definitely not doing that. Oh my god. Should probably hold on to my... You know what? Whatever. Well, it is. Oh god. Time to climb, I guess. I think he was talking about the highest point to look down from the city, because that's what Sethos said he did. So is that what we're doing? Why would we do that? Come on.
The wind rises.
I was gonna make a joke and say that's not the only thing that rises, but I say that literally every time I play this, so... I say that rather if I'm recording or not. It's just something I say. I literally say that all the time. Because it's funny. Also, this is the damn path we went up when we saw him in the main Samaria world quest. And he's like, ah, so you followed me. Ah, I remember this dirt path. It's not a dirt path, it's like a tree path, but you get what I'm going for that. Higher? Okay. Yeah, how...
Squall Fury!
I'm probably doing this the hard way, by the way. This probably isn't how you do this. It's fucking questionable. Like I was like, I'm gonna tell Lord Kusanali about this, but we didn't even speak to her at all. Wouldn't she be in the city though? Because this is the way that leads to where she is, so I'm kind of like, You see that glittering?
Been a while since I last made my way up here.
Did you see that glittering on the walkway? What was that? Behind her, see that? Oh, it's a firefly.
We're so high up!
We've been up here before, though.
Need any help?
Don't underestimate me. I'm actually a tree climbing champion. Don't underestimate me kind of seems rude. I'm gonna make a joke.
As you wish.
It's a nice spot, isn't it?
What a great view! We're so high up, we can see for miles!
Traveler,
Yes?
turn around.
Huh? It's beautiful, Cyno.
This is my secret base. Somewhere I only bring my best friends. When I was a student, I used to slip away and climb up here all the time, just to clear my head. I was quite young then, and hadn't made too many friends yet. Back then, I had a lot of the same questions that Sethos was asking. Who am I? Why do I have this power? And what should I be fighting for? Our gifts help us to find our rightful place in the world. That was my experience. And I'm sure Sethos will figure things out in his own time, too.
As long as her Nemesis power endures, you will remain inextricably linked to the Temple of Silence.
You two really are like brothers.
I think you mean... I think it's because you're supposed to be playing as Ether when they...
I feel the same way.
Or no, I think he's talking about Sethos. You're one tough cookie. You're a true champion now.
Of course. I see no need to be humble when it comes to the facts.
I still remember one time when we came up here to chat and do our homework. Cyno accidentally dropped a fruit. Luckily, he has fast reflexes, so he caught it just in time.
That was the one and only time. Nothing will ever slip through my fingers again.
Those were good times. I kind of miss the student life.
You know, Paimon really shouldn't be able to imagine Cyno doing something like that, but for some strange reason, the mental image is coming.